What's going on here? Oh, wait a minute. Now, that's a camera, the thing with the red light on. It's all coming back slowly. So the problem is, the last couple of weeks, if you switched on last Saturday and the Saturday before, I was not here. We were not here. I know that because I turned on and I wasn't there. But this week, I am here, I believe, because somebody said, look behind you. You see, there. Now, that's me. At least I think it's me. I thought I used to have long hair and look a bit like me, actually. I think that's me. A couple of weeks have gone by, and frankly, you forget quite a lot in a couple of weeks, and I'm not exactly sure what we're doing. I recognise you lot. I'm not too sure who I am. Anyway, welcome to Swap Shop.
Swap Shop
no, that's
now
not right.
function.
What?
It has been a long time, Mr. Oddie.
Who are you?
I'm Metal Mickey.
What are you, if it comes to
Robot
that?
Star
Robot.
Type
Right,
One.
wait, hang on, wait a minute. I remember him too. You were on television. You used to be on, what, about 3 weeks ago, right?
Yes.
On a programme called
Saturday Banana.
Saturday Banana. That's what we're on, right?
Yes.
This is Saturday Banana. Okay. Welcome to Saturday Banana. My name's Noel Edmunds. No, it isn't. My name is
Mr. Oddie.
Nicholas. What?
Mr. Oddie, Sir Bill.
That's a very silly
Sybil
name.
for short.
What? Bill
Sybil.
Oddie. Bill Oddie, right. My name's Bill Oddie. I was trying to forget that. Sorry to remember it. And this is the Saturday Banana, and this is a... Anybody recognise that? What is it? What's
A
that?
script.
A script. A script, which tells us what's on the programme, right? But have a look at that. Excuse me a minute. It's good, this. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, I'm looking forward to... They can't do that. That's impossible. That should be wonderful. I'd watch this if I were you. What does it say? Number 3. Susanna with JCBs. No idea what that is. Susanna! Susanna! Little girl, dark hair, outside, right? Bob, floor manager. Remember him too? Yes, oh, it's all coming back.
These seemingly perfectly normal excavators, which I've been riding around in today, are actually part of the JCB Excavator Circus. Included in their act are such things as gunfights and ballet routines, picking up rubbish like me. They've performed all over the world, and we'll be seeing more from their very exciting performance later on in the programme. Now it's back to Susan in the studio.
Susanna, and now we have that fabulous group, the Streetband, and you know that song called Toast. Now, you're...
Paul.
And Paul, why are you singing a song called Toasts when there's a bread strike on?
A bread strike? Is there a bread strike?
Oh, no, never mind. Now, you know your record Toast, what's on the other side? And I don't mean bread and butter, I mean on the other side of the record.
On the other side there's a number called Hold On.
Is that talking all the way through? It's the same?
No, that was originally the A side.
Oh, I see.
But then they all started playing the B side.
Who is it? This street band been along for a long time?
About 18 months, 2 years. It's not that long, really.
Have you made any LPs?
We're halfway there.
Halfway
Yeah,
there.
after Christmas. You look bad.
Who? Yeah. And it's back to Bill Gamon. Is it? Bill Gamon drives up in a old banger it's got on my script. Huh.
Could we have a few words from the famous driver, Mr. Gamon?
Hello there, well you won't believe this, but tonight I'm taking this old banger and the banana car, which should be with me somewhere, to Wimbledon Stadium to take part in a banger race. What's a banger race? Well, this is the old banger. Apparently we got to go round the track, smashing into each other and try and win a race. I'm going to be at Wimbledon. Why don't you come along and see us and support the Saturday Banana, hey? And see if this old banger can do better than any others with this super banana on the roof. Bill, are you going to be there to support me? I hope.
Oh, he did half shout, didn't he? No, I'm... Oh, it's all coming back. I hate them. I was enjoying it. I was having a nice rest for 2 weeks. No, I won't be there tonight. I'll tell you why not. As it happens, this afternoon, I shall be in Brighton, which is in, not far from Southampton. So anybody near Brighton, I shall be there. And what I'm doing is opening a shop for the RSPB. Now, do you know what that stands for?
No.
Royal Society
for
for
the
the Protection of
Birds.
Birds. It's absolutely right, that's right. It's an interest of mine, and we're opening a special RSPB shop. So if in Brighton, come along to that. I think it's about 3 o'clock. I don't know where, somewhere in Brighton. So much happens in 2 weeks. We've missed half-term. We've had half-term. Hope you enjoyed that. We've had Halloween. Hope you weren't too frightened. We've had Bonfire Night. Hope you're still here after that one. And also, I've had my haircut, as you see. That took 2 weeks. There's a lot to get off. And I've got my own back coming on you in a minute. Don't you worry. What else have I done? I played five-a-side football, that's right. Last Saturday at Wembley, and we had a fantastic team. We had Billy Connolly, Dennis Waterman, Elton John, Rod Stewart, Scream Scream. That close.
Did Elton John have his hat on?
Actually, no, he didn't. We actually saw the hair, but you're not allowed to head the ball in five-a-side football, so it wasn't too dangerous, so it wouldn't have knocked it off, you know. No, the point is, wonderful team, got knocked out in the first round. And as I'm sure you know from the papers, poor old Elton, it was all too much for him. I don't know if it was sorrow or exhaustion, but immediately collapsed. He's all right now. He's all right now. He's been in hospital for the week, and he's all right now. And if he is watching, I'm sorry we lost Elton, and I hope you're feeling better, and it'd be nice to play again next year and have another go. And also, while on the subject of ill people, my poor daughter Kate is 10 years old and also was very sick yesterday, and if she's watching, which I hope she is, she hasn't gone off dancing or anything silly, stop being sick over everything, and I hope you're all right, and I'll see you later today, okay? Right, now, a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, when we should have been on, I got all my letters sorted out, and then at the last minute, we had this problem and the programme wasn't on. And I put away, amongst the letters, that, go on, you get it out, it's not up to me. I put this away, I don't know if you remember, a few weeks ago, I had a phone call saying that somebody got 2 bananas inside one. And somebody sent us one which had 3 bananas inside one. Can we have a look? And this is all now horrible. I think there's going to be one big squashy one, but this was going to be a triple banana. Oh, it's not too bad, look, there you are. That was a triple banana. Ugh. Actually. Lovely, isn't it?
Oh,
do you like the idea of that, Mickey?
That's very unusual.
It's unusual. It's very unpleasant too. But he's right. There were 3 bananas inside 1 banana. Do something with that. Don't eat it. Right. Quick letter. We have a letter, in fact, for Mickey. I better go over to you and it's largely for you anyway. It says, "Dear Bill," that's me. It's from Mark Ferguson of the Grove, Upminster, Essex. It says, "Dear Bill, can I borrow Mickey for a day?" Can he? You want to know why, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. I would talk to him. That's all right so far. Ask him questions. Well, Susan, you got some questions for him later in the programme, right? I would have all my friends round for tea with Mickey, and I would give him a cup of oil and a nut and bolt salad.
That would be very nice.
You like
I
it?
look forward to that.
Say that. I don't understand a word he says sometimes.
Look forward to that.
He looked forward to that. You obviously speak the language. I want you to work on your elocution for when we come back later on in the morning. I want you to speak clearly and nicely.
Elocution.
That's better. Elocution. Right. And you will get a banana split finished off with grease crackers. I watch your programme every week and I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Oh, I think you're crazy, Mark Ferguson. Okay, so you're willing to go around there. Would you enjoy that?
That would be so nice.
Okay, well, we'll hand the letter on to him and we'll see if you... Will you reply to this, actually?
Yes.
Okay, thanks a lot. Right, another one, because this affects you. It says... Oh, you're becoming the star of the show. Watch this. "Dear Bill Bananas, I like your show very much. I like... Metal Man," he hasn't got your name right, Metal Mickey should be, "on 21st of October 1978. That was the last time we were on, actually. I hope you like the Incredible Bill drawing." That's the Incredible Bill drawing. And this affects you, small person sitting next to me on the left. "And could you draw me a picture of Susan and send it to me at the address on the top right-hand corner?" So, we've got about half a minute left, I believe. We'll be back later. Can you fish through that and tell them what's on?
Now what's on?
We've got about half a minute to do that, and I'm going to start my drawing.
I don't know what's on.
Oh, come on.
Can't read your writing.
Who we got? We got the group on.
Yeah, we got the street band singing Toast.
And do you know those incredible machines? You know what they're actually going to do? Let me get
What
round to
incredible
you.
machines?
They're going to dance. Dancing
yeah.
machines, okay?
And we're going to have JCB's back later for... after
JCB's and
Sesame
the silly
Street.
machines. Yeah, goodbye. See you later. Right.
Saturday
A banana clock. We're back. Zoom into this little card which is flashing there, which says, I think, if I can read it from underneath, stop this industrial dispute and have a banana. Come back, Oddie, from Gary and Mark. Well, two of you wanted us back anyway. That's rather touching. Anyway, we are back. The industrial dispute is now stopped. Everybody here has been promised new cameras, new equipment, and to be paid properly for what they do so extremely well. And I'm very pleased to see them all. And I would like to say I'm very pleased to see you all. Cameras, everybody, and audience. Okay. Now, we've got to go very quickly because, of course, we've had... what have we missed? We missed 2 weeks. So all these things that were supposed to be in the shows for the last 2 weeks, we've got to try and get into one show. Some of them we won't be able to get into at all. Now, 3 weeks ago, a lot of kids came all the way down from Norfolk, which is the Anglia region of ITV, and they came all the way down on the Friday night, and then they had to go all the way back again, because, of course, there wasn't a show 2 weeks ago. But we've got them back today, and I think they're outside. We can have a wave from the people from Anglia. There they are. Good morning, Anglia, the whole of Norwich. That's enough. Behave yourselves, or I'll send you off again. Right. Okay, come back to me. Come back to me. Thank you very much. We did a lovely film that week where we went to a museum called Haddenham Museum, which is run entirely by kids, and we'll be showing you that later. Don't forget phone calls. That is our phone number. Going very quickly, but I'll do this slowly. 070338411. Someday I'll remember it. Don't forget you can call me. I'll be doing a phone-in later, answering any of your questions. You can always ring us up and ask whatever you like. Now, one thing I was going to tell you a few weeks ago was what the goodies are going to do. I keep getting asked, and I've got to do it once. ITV won't be pleased with me, but I've got to do it once because we're always saying, what are the goodies going to do? Why aren't we on? When are we coming back? The news about the goodies is basically, yes, we're having a year off. Tim and Graham have been working in the theatre. I've been doing this and various other things, and we will be back next year to do a new series. It won't be out till the end of next year, so you've got a long time to wait for that. Meanwhile, the other thing we have been doing, and I shall show you blatantly and shamelessly, is making a new record. And that's very silly.
Try and guess which one's belong.
Go on, guess which one's me, that's right. This is the single, which is very good value because it's got 3 tracks on, which are a ridiculous song called A Man's Best Friend Is His Duck, Taking My Oyster for Walkies, and Rasta Shanty. And the thing that connects them all together is an LP, which has got all these things on, and plug. Ah, shut up, it's ever so good. And now there's a link. So they're all animal songs. They're all about, and some of them are a little bit cruel. For example, Spank That Hamster and Ironing My Goldfish. Now, these are possible things which will be cropping up in Benaggravations, which brings me smoothly and efficiently and quite validly, which means it's all right for me to say it, to Benaggravations this week, which is about cruelty to animals because it's about fox hunting, if you think that's cruel. If you don't, then maybe you want to talk to us about that and ring us up later and tell us. Right, where are we? What are we doing next? I know what we're doing. We're going to talk to Mickey here, because we want to know a little bit more about him. You're not, strictly speaking, an animal, are you, Mickey?
Negative. I am a warm and wonderful creature. I'm probably a robot.
You are a robot, I don't think there's any doubt about that. Susan, you had some special questions. You particularly wanted to find out more about him, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right, over to you.
Mickey, if you don't
want
mind...
to go round to the front of him?
No,
No, she wants to stay here. Go on.
Mickey, if you don't mind me asking, do you ever suffer from rust?
That is a leading question.
No, all
I
right.
would never admit to it anyway.
Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, what planet should I say you came from?
I am from the planet Robon in the galaxy of Andronica. It's a long way from here.
Yeah. And why do you like boogie?
I love to boogie. I woke up one morning and found myself boogieing, and I've been boogieing ever since.
And oh, that's
Is
very
that
good.
it? Yeah, he needs music to do that.
Well,
We'll
now
get it
it's
later.
out. It's back to Bill Gamon.
No, it's not. No,
It
no,
is.
no, no. I'll tell you what it is. What are we gonna do?
Fantasia clip.
Now, is Mickey Mouse, have you noticed the resemblance? Look at these two, you put them together. Here's Mickey Mouse, I mustn't pull him too hard because he's on the front. Have you noticed the resemblance? They're not that far off, are they? They've both got big round ears like that. Right, are you related in any way? No, except you squeak a bit. He squeaks and you do when you get rusty, but he doesn't get rusty. Right. Tell us, Mickey, if you know, what is so special about Mickey Mouse at this particular time of the year or the
He's a
century?
very old mouse.
He is a very old mouse. He's looking well considering. That's an early one, actually. You notice how in fact, he changed as the years went by.
He's not bad for 50, really.
No,
is
he's
he?
not bad. That's what he is, isn't he?
what
Mickey
I mean.
Mouse is 50 next week. Is it next week? I think it is.
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't care either. Mickey Mouse is 50 next week. So happy birthday, Mickey Mouse.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Not Mickey, not Metal Mickey, Mickey Mouse. And to celebrate this event, we have a special piece of film from Fantasia, which is one of my favourite bits. Have you seen it?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
You
But
haven't
it
seen
never
it?
comes around local around my way.
Never comes round local round your
No, I've
way.
seen lots and lots of clips of it, though.
Yeah, right. Which bit have we got? Because I want to see it right now.
I think that, you know, when the buckets of water are
When the
coming
buckets
in.
of water. Oh, I know. Yes, yes, yes. Well, can we see that, please, to say happy birthday to Mickey Mouse and say this special piece from Fantasia, which I'm very happy to see because it is one of my favourite. Fantasia, that was actually. You notice that was actually, in a strange sort of way, almost a little bit frightening because a lot of the Disney cartoons like that, which just reminds me, I mean, that doesn't make them any the less enjoyable. It reminds me, in fact, during the last couple of weeks, I have now seen Watership Down. Have you actually seen it, Susan?
No.
No, well, the whole film is actually quite frightening in a way, but it's ever so effective. And I've read a lot of reviews that, you know, a bit sort of, they weren't quite sure. You go and see it, it's good. Next
Yeah,
bit.
well, now we have got Bill Gamon outside with the JCB, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But what is a JCB?
Okay, thank you, Susan. Now, all you Saturday morning armchair viewers, feast your eyes on this. I guarantee now we're going to show you something the likes you've probably never seen before. You've heard of dancers, you've heard of jiggers. Have you heard of dancing diggers? Take a look at this. Roll them forward! If you can still hear me, which I hope you can, this is the JCB Excavator Circus. Now they're going to dance and they're going to do lots of things. This circus travels all over the world doing demonstrations. Takes 6 months to train up the drivers. We've got Morris and Steve and Bob and another Steve and another Bob. And they're going to show you one of the most unlikely demonstrations you've seen. Now, you're fed up with hearing my voice. I think Susanna's over in the cab over there. I wonder how she's enjoying herself. What's it like in there?
It's exciting up here. I just can't wait to see what's going to happen. I'm told it's all very safe, but anyway, let the show go on. Hello, Bill!
It's an amazingly dangerous place to be. I'm just going to sit back now with you in your lovely comfy armchairs, eating your bananas, and take a look at this incredible, amazing demonstration. now just take a look at this. I see over there. It's Mr. Hairy Legs himself, Bill Oddie. And who's this? It's Mickey Mouse with enormous guns. This is going to be the gunfight of the century, I can see that. Who's going to win? 50-year-old Bill Oddie or 50-year-old Mickey Mouse? Feast your eyes on this, folks.
The gentle music. There you are. See, we get more letters about that. It was cruelty to mice now. I got enough. I got enough letters the other week for stamping on the Smurf record, which was totally unbreakable and still playable and still as wonderful as it ever was. And but 50-year-old Bill Oddie, thank you very much. Actually, I got a letter from Gail Hassan saying, I was wondering what age you are. My family and I have an argument every Saturday. Incredibly boring Saturdays you must have. Every Saturday, get up and say, how old's Bill Oddie? I don't know. I think he's 50. No, he's not. He's 20. No, he's 50. He's 20. What a wonderful way to spend Saturday morning. I'll tell you how old I am. I am 37. Right? Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yes, I am. Anyway, right, it's phone call time now. Oh, by the way, before I take those, before I take the phone calls, talking of Tim and Graham, as I was earlier, who made this record, which I just happened to mention again, they will in fact be here live in very person, as much as they can manage anyway, as live as they ever are. On December the 2nd, we're going to have them along here, and we will actually be doing some things for you live in the studio, nay, even singing. Right. Okay. Phone call time. That will start another strike, won't it? Here we are. Special Mickey Mouse phone. Come here. Hello, who have we got on this? Sasha?
Hello.
Hello, Sasha. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where are you calling from, my darling?
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. That's not far away, is it? That's just down the road. Right. Now, what do you want to ask me, love?
Have you seen any ghosts?
Have I seen it? When? You mean recently? Or what? No, or ever? No, I don't think I've ever seen a ghost. I'm not aware of it. Have you?
Well, I stayed in a house which was said to be haunted.
Was what?
Was said to be haunted.
Said to be haunted, yeah. Whereabouts was that?
In Dorset.
In Dorset, yeah. And what, I mean, did that actually frighten you, being in a house where people said, oh, this is a haunted house?
No.
It didn't?
No, not really.
And did anything happen?
No, not that I know of.
Do you actually believe in ghosts?
No.
You don't? No. Well, neither do I, to tell you the truth, and I haven't seen one. I'm sure people can imagine that they see things, but I think they think it up, and to them it's absolutely real, but I don't actually believe that the ghost is there so that other people can see it. No. Susan looks as though she's going to deny this.
No. Some people say when they see ghosts tearing across the garden, sometimes it's an owl because they sit on the trees. Trees have electricity on them, and electricity sparks makes it white.
What?
You know when electricity sparks, it goes white, you know?
Yeah.
But sometimes they have all electricity on and they go screaming across this
What,
garden.
the owl does?
Owl does. And it's all white of the electricity. It looks like a ghost.
There's a much simpler explanation. Some owls are white.
No!
This is
They got electricity on them.
Are you still there? Right, listen to this. Now, listen carefully. No, I'll tell you two things about that. I know about these things. Now, listen. The owls that actually do get mistaken for ghosts, and you're quite right, because, to a point, because a barn owl is white. He really is white, and they're quite common, and they make no noise at all. So if it's a misty night, and you soon see this white thing flash across. But if an owl actually hit a wire and caused any electricity, you'd kill it.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, it rubs against the tree sometimes. It gets all electricity on it.
What, static electricity, like when you do that with your hair
and
it all
gets white and sparks and it screams across the garden. It looks like a ghost. Huh.
Believe that if you will, Sasha. I don't believe a word of it. Okay. Thanks for calling, love. Can we have another call?
Okay,
Thanks, darling. Kevin? Hello, Kevin?
Hello?
Hello, Kevin?
Yes, hello.
Hello, love. Where are you calling from?
London.
London, right, that's where I live. Now, what do you want to ask?
I want to ask you, are you scared going to the dentist?
Am I scared going to the dentist? In theory, I am. What I mean is, you know, when I never like the idea of going to the dentist. I must admit, I have to be honest, I don't want to put anybody off. But then, on the other hand, I've never actually really been hurt by a dentist, but I think you have to accept that it can be uncomfortable. I think you've just got to think that, you know, look, this isn't going to be nice, but it's good for me and it's absolutely necessary. And then it's never quite as bad as I expect it to be, you know. I'm very lucky as it happened, because I was very, very naughty and didn't go to a dentist for a long time when I was a kid. And then when I did go, I thought, oh my, you know, he's going to take everything out. And in fact, I was very lucky. My dentist says I've got wonderful teeth and terrible gums. So all my gums have got to come out, but my teeth are okay. But the answer is I'm a little bit scared, but when I get there, it's never as bad as I think it is, and it's certainly essential. And to you or anybody else, keep going to your dentist. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Right. Thank you very much. End of our phone call session. Only 2 calls, unfortunately. Time as always. What do we go to next? We go to, it says on my little script here, Bill Gamon, Susanna, and an old banger. I don't know who that is, but let's go outside and find out.
Incredible old banger. It's going to be driven by our racing driver Bill Gamon here at Wimbledon tonight in a special banger car race, which he's driving for the Saturday Banana. Closely followed by the Banana car, which is also going to be there for the Concours d'Elegance, which I think has something to do with elegance, but I'm not sure.
Hey!
How'd you get out?
I don't know. Try opening the doors.
Try to open the door. It's amazing.
Try lift
this
it.
car.
I'll try getting out this side. Right? Here we go. Oh, can't get out.
We really can't get out.
Yes, I'm out. I'm out. Hey, we're going backwards. Yeah. Oh, come on. Come over here. Stick your head round here. Can you see us? Right. What's happening now? There's something happening behind us, Susanna. What's that?
And here comes a bus which has got Santa Claus on it, so I'm told. This year we're going to do something very special. Instead of Father Christmas giving us presents, we're going to give Father Christmas a present. We're giving Santa our very own big banana.
It's all right for you. This car's moving.
The big banana's going away for 4 weeks. It's going outside a big Southampton store for their Christmas display. So Santa, at the end of the programme, Santa's going to take our big banana away.
Who's the band playing up there, Susanna? Who's the band? No idea. They're good, aren't they?
They are good. It's very impressive.
Where's the banana going?
It's going to a big Southampton store for their Christmas display.
Terrific. That's great.
Anyway.
Hey, look, there's Father Christmas.
Hello, Santa. Anyway, before Bill's car rolls backwards into Tim, back to Bill in the studio.
You better be at Wimbledon. You better be there because we're going to win, all right?
Father Christmas, shut up. Father power mad, that boy. Father Christmas does not travel on a bus. I happen to know that, does he?
He travels on a sleigh.
He does, doesn't he? I mean, you don't lie in bed on Christmas Eve and say, listen for the bus, dear. Here comes Father Christmas. Oh, yes, he does. There he is again. Get off.
Oh, no.
Get him off. Right. Now, it's letters time. Can I, Mickey, you would help me a great deal if you tell me how long we've got to go and you keep an eye on the time during the show. Actually, how long have we got now?
We have 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. That's not a long time, is it? All right. Okay, very quickly, birthdays here. Debbie Bartlett and Sally Bartlett. I'm reading it. Look, there you are.
Yeah.
Birthdays. 9th of November, Debbie. Happy birthday. You've already had yours. 26th of November, Sally, coming up soon. And happy birthday to you. And you've got tickets for the show as part of a birthday treat. I hope that's the day and I hope you enjoy it. OK? Silly joke. I must read this one. Lovely drawing there from Darren Allagat. I think that's the name anyway. There we are. Which camera? Blair? Are we? Oh, that one. Jamie, over my shoulder. There you are. All the cameras have got their names on, so I know who they are this week. Age 6.5. He's lovely drawing that. And a lovely silly joke. What is black and furry and plays pop records? Hey? Do you know?
No.
Mole Edmunds. Lovely. No, look, it's funny. It reminds me when that Paul McCartney song was out, my daughter went for about 2 weeks thinking it was Mole of Kintyre, which is a lovely idea as well. Now, I've got a letter here, which I mentioned earlier on, actually, if you're watching earlier on, if you weren't, you didn't hear me say it, which asked me to draw, and it draw Susan, right? So I've been having a go. They're really terrible. There's one. No, come on, get off. There's one, which looks like old King Charles or something. That's a little bit better. But what I've decided to do is, if Susan will describe it, we'll go out on this because we'll be back in about 40 minutes after this. You can watch me have a go. If you can get it in such a position you can actually see. Is that all right? Yes, Jamie? Is that all right? Right, now if you describe your main features, I will try and put them all together. Go down, basic. No, start with the hair. What would you say your hair is?
Straight and a bit curly.
Straight and a bit curly. It's straight. I'm trying to remember this. It's done that. You always wear a slide, which is there, and you've got lots of curls. So we put lots of curls in around there. Okay. Next bit. Forehead.
Forehead. Not very high, not fat. A little teeny weeny bit high, but not very
You've
fat.
got quite a lot of forehead. I'm putting that in like that.
Don't put it fat.
Eyes. Come on.
Blue.
No, I don't want that colour. I've only got black.
Very sparkly.
Sparkly. Thank you very much. Well, we'll see you in about 40 minutes or whatever it is. Right.
I've got gaps for teeth.
Two teeth gaps. Right, like that. Black teeth. I just realised why I'd enjoyed myself for the last 2 Saturdays so much. It was so nice and quiet, and now we get back to this. Welcome, Anglia. Hello, children from Anglia. Go on, you can have one. They're very well behaved over there. Now listen, I've been working on my drawing of Susan. She gave me the information, and here it is, and we'll go through it carefully. She said she always has a slide in her hair, so we've got the slide here. You see? Large forehead. She said got a big forehead, and there's the freckles. She says she had sparkly eyes, so we've drawn her with stars in the eyes. A button nose. There's the button, you see? Here's the curls, and the 2 nice gaps in her teeth. Right? How do you fancy it? Have you seen it? You haven't seen it? There you are. What do you think?
Rubbish.
Rubbish. All right, listen. I'm sorry?
She's much prettier than that.
She is much prettier than that,
Thank
okay, that's very kind. No, it's not a literal portrait, obviously, but why don't you at home have a go at drawing any of us, draw Bill Gamon, Susan, me, anybody, but not exactly how you see us, but sort of all the main characters. Now, I'll give you a chance to get your own back. We've had a letter here from Mr. McCririck, who says he'd like to suggest that how to improve our bestial programme. Bestial indeed. Perhaps you could include some element of culture in the narrower sense, that was the culture, or at least harmless frivolity. Well, we'll have some harmless frivolity. There you are. You can have the harmless frivolity and punish me for drawing that. Okay? Thank you very much. Okay, that's rather nice, actually. No, we have, you know what a barbershop quartet is? We have the banana shop quartet, and instead of reading out the names and birthdays and that sort of thing, we've got to be a nice change to sing a welcome. Over to our banana shop quartet.
Oh, we're a bunch of bananas who sing you some greetings today. The show has returned now, Bill Oddie's in charge now. We hope everything's okay. Supposing it's your mother's birthday or some special birthday today, just ask your friendly bananas to sing you some greetings this way. Many happy returns of the day, and there isn't much more I can say. I recall with a tear, we've been married a year, but I still wish you luck with a heart that's sincere. I won't bring any presents to you. I gave you up, what more can I do? I'll just send a bouquet with a card that will say, many happy returns of the day.
Anybody with a birthday today, next week, or any other time, consider yourself sung happy birthday. In fact, it might be quite a nice idea if you write in and give us your names. If you want to mention, perhaps we'll string them all together some week and we'll get them all sung. We'll just go on all the programme, get everybody out of the way. Now, you two have got things you want to say, haven't you? You've got some mentions. Go on, get them over with.
Yeah, I'd like to say hello to all the kids at Millbrook Youth Club, where I had a very nice time on Halloween, and to the two Andys who promised that this is the last British programme they're going to watch before they're off to Austria. Bon voyage.
And?
I could just quickly say hello to the girls I met in Mount Carmel.
Quickly.
Lisa, Paula, Lisa, Miriam, Teresa, who's in our class, and my Auntie Bate in Bournemouth.
Terrific. Thank you very much. It's more music, the least appropriate song that could possibly be in the middle of a bread strike, but it cheered me up a great deal last week when I saw it on Top of the Pops. It was the nicest thing on the show. And here they are again, Streetband with Toast.
Morning all. I'm going to tell you about when I was a very young boy, tiny tot, about 3 or 4 months old, and I didn't know what I wanted, and if I did, I wouldn't have been able to tell anybody because all I could do was gurgle. So I sat there in my high chair, just thinking one day, looking at my tray and thinking what I'd give for a meal on that plate. I started looking around to see what I could have. I was in the kitchen, there's a table, my mum was out, and then I looked in the corner, there was a little bread bin with its mouth open, just staring at me, and I looked in, I saw a few slices of bread, I thought, I know what I'll have. I'll have toast, a little piece of toast. So then I started getting older. I hated this, I hated that. Expensive steak was ludicrous and cafes couldn't cater for the finer things in life. The upper crust was not for me. Oh no. I can tell that. So then I'd go home, switch the kitchen light on, put the grill on, I'd slip a slice under. I'd have toast. A little piece of toast. Cause there's so much to choose from. There's brown bread, white bread, all sorts of wholemeal bread. It comes in funny packages with writing on the side that says home fried, mother's pride, take and bake. You just stick it in the oven and it starts going brown. So you take it out, cut a slice off, turn it over, slip a little bit of butter on. That's what you got, toast. That's what you got toast. I'm gonna think about it, so. You got toast. A little piece of toast. Well, it all goes with toast. Just toast. So then I go down the supermarket with me basket in me hand. I'm walking from one counter to another, trying to find a bread store, but I can't find it anywhere. And then I bump into a mama with a baby in a basket, and she says, "Oh look, I come down here to get some bread. Now there's a bread strike, so I don't know what to do. All I want is toast. Just toast. A little piece of toast." I says, "Yeah, but I don't know if I like toast." Okay, kids, roll that dough. Roll that dough, kids.
Come on, Mickey, let's go and find out a bit about him. Come on. some toast, Mickey. What colour socks are you wearing?
A little bit brown around the edges, but mostly white. A bit like toast.
A bit like what?
A bit like toast.
Ah, what's burning in here?
Come on.
I don't know.
Next time you get the toast thing in here.
What's burning, Fanny?
I don't know.
You don't know? What are you going to put on your toast?
I don't know.
Do you want to try? Do you want to get it up?
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ready?
Should we put some butter on it and things? What?
You just see me walk past what appeared to be a perfectly normal little modern house, and when I walked past that I went into a huge sunny garden which is definitely full of things which were definitely not modern, which we'll be having a look at in a minute, and I now found myself in a dark little room. Well, it's quite a big room, but it's very, very dark, and it's quite obviously a blacksmith's forge, and all this is part of the Haddenham Farmland Museum, which was started and is still run by three brothers, one of whom I have over there lurking in the dark, if we can wheel him in.
Yes.
Kevin, right? Now, this is basically your project, the forge, isn't it? Can you tell me about it briefly?
Yes, well, the forge was built from voluntary labour several years ago, in fact in 1969, from a house which we actually pulled down to build the forge in it. Many people helped, and this is now how we run the museum, purely by voluntary labour.
Can we go outside and will you show me around the whole place? Because I've passed a fantastic amount of things, so I'd like to have a look around there now. Okay, out we go.
Now, being an agricultural museum, we have a large extent of agricultural machinery.
Yeah.
But we also have dairying sections, trapping, brewing, fen drainage.
Those are what, in those little huts down the bottom?
In the sheds at the bottom, yes.
Right. That's how the whole thing started. I know that because it's just so. A little card here which says the museum was started with this pottery in 1969. Now, 1969, James, who is the second of our brothers, or the first, whichever way you look at it, because you're the youngest, aren't you?
Yes.
But how old were you in 1969?
I was 2, and my brother who started it was 4.
Who was that?
That's Craig.
And he's hidden away somewhere. He's working or something.
Yes, he's working on the farm.
He's got better things to do than show us around. Well, can you? Obviously, you must know how he exactly started. Can you explain?
Yes. Well, my dad was digging up the garden, and Craig followed him and collected these little pieces of pottery.
Yeah.
And he took them up to his bedroom and put them in shoe boxes. And he said, I want to start a museum.
So he did?
Yeah. And he said, I'm going to charge 2.5p for each person who goes there. And my mum thought he'd keep the money, but he said he'd give all the money to charity, and every time he got £1 from people, he gave it to charity like the blind and the deaf.
Yeah. Right, through what is a 19th century jail door into another huge room full of old things, except these three. Who definitely aren't old things. Who are you two? No, three. Go on, down the line. Tracy Fordham.
Alison Gilby.
Alison Gilby. And?
Rachel Allsop.
Rachel Allsop. And you're all officials of this museum. You all work here, right? What do you do?
Tea.
You do the tea?
Yes.
Tea here. What do you do?
We help on the stall.
You help on the stall.
No, I help on the stall.
And you help on the stall. So basically you're here to sell me things. It says there, proceeds from this stall are used for museum upkeep. Right, so sell me something. How much can I get for, I've got about 45, 50p there. Sell me something. Come on. A book. I can get a book. I haven't got much left if I get a book. That's 50p. So I'll have the book all about the museum. I want a pen. Can I have a pen as well? Can I afford a pen?
10p.
So that's 10p. Ah, right, you take my money off me. As you see, the whole place is actually run by the kids, right? That's right, isn't it? There's no adults help a little bit?
Yeah.
Sometimes. Do a bit of printing and helping. And one of the results of having a museum here in Haddenham is that everybody else in Haddenham has turned into being a collector, and we gathered half a dozen of those right here and have a quick look at them. Who have we got here? Clifford Cropley, and your collection is, very obviously, of bottles. And we have here, finally, Simon with a collection of flying bookmarks. They don't normally actually live outside, do they?
No.
No, normally live in the library or something like that. Where do you actually get all these from?
All over the country.
All over the country, so wherever you go, you collect these,
yeah.
Right. OK, well, I'll try and hang on to them before they all actually take off in this howling gale. So as you can see, you can collect absolutely anything, like these people have done, and it might even end up as a museum, as it has done here. Lovely. Thank you very much. Oh, somebody clapped. Go on, have a clap if you like. I don't mind. Fine, you know. Winter's coming on. Keep your hands warm. That's perfectly all right. I had a lovely day out there, actually. If you ever are in that part of the world, which is near Cambridge, do try and go, although it's only open about once a month. Better still, that's the sort of thing you can actually start yourself. That kid started himself. It's run by the kids. An incredible place. Things we didn't see were amazing. Actually, slightly referring ahead, a couple of those weird things I was holding there, that strange sort of thing that looked like a wicker leg was in fact an eel trap. They put it in ditches, and eels get inside there and they can't get out. And also the very nasty piece of equipment which I then dropped and just missed my foot was a mole trap, which is really vicious. I mean, a mole, about, you know, tiny little thing like that, and there was incredible great heavy metal traps, so very nasty, which refers, as I said, possibly ahead, because on Banaggravations we'll be talking about blood sports, and then specifically mainly about fox hunting. So if you have any thoughts about that, there's the phone number, 0703 384 111. We'll try and take some calls if we have time. We won't have time if I keep talking. I'd like to thank Streetband for doing Toast earlier. It is now Runaround time. Okay. Come on, get them down! Get them, move on! Move on! Quick! You're running out. Keep going. See, they can't keep going. Right, sit. Oh, they've all gone the wrong way. They usually stop there. They go over here. Right, go through the names. We have very, very quick cheer for each one. See how disciplined we are. Jane. And down. That's enough. Austin. And enough. Lewis. And enough. Peter. Right. Like Peter, you've got a lot of fans. Lee. Craig. Stephen. Alison. Stephanie! Deborah! Thank you very much. Now, it's a couple of weeks have gone by. I've forgotten what the rules are, so very, very quickly, I'll remind you and I'll remind myself and see how quickly I can do them. Basically, I ask you 3 possible questions. There is 1 possible answer, which is right. You run up there when I say, on your marks, get set, go. You choose an answer. Then you've got about 3 seconds to change your mind. You jump onto one. If you're right, you get a ball. If you're wrong, you go up there and you have to come down again. Is that all? What else? Susanna's on the buzzer. Anything else? Do you win anything? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you win a prize. Let's have a prize. Here's a prize. A round of applause for the prize. A little ripple for the applause. That's enough. Don't get too excited. You don't know what it is. It might be terrible. No, it's a computer battleship, the Seek and Destroy computer game. Sounds very violent, but very interesting. Okay, well, that's what you're going to win. Right, it's obviously Robot Day. Have I done everything? I have. Question 1. Listen carefully. Where's my mark? You see? You come back. There's no mark. Normally I have a little mark to stand on. I'll wander around, I'll confuse you all. So you can't find me now, can you? There we are. There's a mark. I'll stand on that. Where would you like me? Go left a bit, right a bit, back a bit, up a bit. Fire. Okay. Question 1. Which of these do you use to hit the ball with in a game of snooker? See, I've forgotten how to read. Which of these do you use to hit the ball with in a game of snooker? The Q, this is a spelling one. The Q, or the Q? Right, okay. I hope you're concentrating. Which one to hit the ball, name in a game of snooker? On your marks, get set, go! Don't knock me over! Want to change your mind? All right, you're wrong, sorry. Q. Or get a ball back there. Q? With a Q? With a Q? Q with a Q? It's not Q with a Q, it's Q with a C. Right, question 2. Where is the... Oh, this is strange. Where is the city of A? And that is spelt just A. Apparently there is a city spelt just A. It's the name of a city, just the letter A. Is it in the USA? Is it in China? Or is it in Sweden? Where is the city of A? I want to find out this one. On your marks, get set, go! You must be guessing. Anyone who changed their mind? It's Sweden. Right, okay. There's somebody carefully stranded with 1 foot on both one there. I saw that. Watch that. I notice, you know, next time I shall spot that, I'll split you in half. Half of you will go up there. You're standing like that there. You will 1 on 2 and 1 on 3. So I'm right, you know. All right. Question 3. Which of these areas is not in East Anglia? Remember that. Which of these is not in East Anglia? Are the Fens not in East Anglia? Are the Broads not in East Anglia? Or are the Downs not in East Anglia? Which of those is not in East Anglia? Quiet, naughty audience, or I shall send you back to East Anglia, back to the Fens, Broads or Downs. But I'm not telling you which. On your marks, get set, go, make it your mind. Anybody want to change their mind? You're hovering. You're right, okay. The Downs are not in East Anglia. The Broads are the Norfolk Broads. Those are those great big sort of lakes and things. And the Fens is sort of marshes. Another word for marshes, which you get in Norfolk and Suffolk and Cambridgeshire and Lincolnshire and all this. Now here's a quick. Mickey, do you think you can... Could you come... Well, I'll come over to you. Right, because you're not that fast, are you? Right, okay. Can you ask the next question? Because I think this is more in your area. It's sort of... Okay, on you go.
What sort of power do the excavators use to operate their bucket?
Now, can I just say your enunciation is getting better, sorry, you're welcome. But I shall repeat the question. What sort of power do the excavators use to operate their bucket? Was that right?
Yes.
Right. And now, can you go through the 3 possible answers? 1.
Carbolic.
Carbolic.
Hydraulic.
Hydraulic.
Aquatic.
Aquatic. Aquatic. I like the way you say that. Aquatic. Right. What sort of power do the excavators use to operate their bucket? Carbolic, hydraulic, or aquatic? On your marks, get set, go! Anybody want to change their mind? Right. The answer is hydraulic. And I'm not quite sure what that means. What is carbolic soap, as far as I know? Is that right? Aquatic means something to do with water, and hydraulic is what? Oil. Oil? Is it? But it isn't. Somebody ring me in and tell me. Question 5. In the Australian folk song, Which Australian folk song? In some Australian folk song or other, what does Matilda do? Oh, that Australian folk song, right, it's the only one they ever wrote, isn't it? What does Matilda do? Does she boogie? Does she waltz? Or does she cook baked beans? I happen to know she does all three, but in the song, oh, you know Matilda too, do you? Right, fine, okay. In the song, what does she do? Boogie, waltz, or cook baked beans? On your marks, get set, go! Think of the song, change your mind. Right, there you go. You're wrong. It wouldn't fit. You're daft, you know. I bet you all know the tune. How could you sing Cooking Baked Beans Matilda or Boogieing Matilda? It doesn't fit. It's waltzing Matilda. Right, it's time for the commercial break. We're going away for some beautiful adverts, lovely filming, nice products. Over to them. We'll be back in about 3 minutes for the second part of Runaround. Goodbye for now. You know what the band's doing up there, band up there? Who's got up? There's somebody over here. I don't mind, as long as you're enjoying yourself, but that is not the most impressive score we've had at half-time so far. Leslie's got a hole. Who is that? Is that Lee? Lee, he's up there. Well, get down, Lee. You've still got a chance to catch back. Not yet! Not yet! No, not yet. Not so fast, young man. We got 5, I think. Right, 5 with 5. Is that right? 3 girls with 5, by the look of it. Right, catch up, blokes. Question 6. What is Mickey Mouse's girlfriend called? Oh, easy, easy, they cry, you're right, isn't it? Is it Minnie Mouse, Myrtle Mouse, or Matilda Mouse? On your marks, get set, go. It's too easy. Oh, they don't know. On their marks. Yes, Minnie Mouse. You didn't know. Down you come. Now, come on, Lee. Catch up. Get a few. No, it's Minnie Mouse. That was interesting, actually. Half of you didn't know that, did you, until the last minute? You went for, was it Myrtle Mouse or somebody? It proves my theory that, in fact, young people today don't know who Mickey Mouse is. Right, question 7. Who or what, it's a bit rude, this one, who or what is a Harvey Wallbanger? Is it a drink? You shouldn't know the answer to this one. Is it a drink, a firework, or a famous stunt driver? Not stunted driver, not a midget, a famous stunt driver, a firework, or a drink. A Harvey Wallbanger. On your marks, get set, run! Do you want to change your mind? You're right, it's a drink. I was very relieved to notice that nobody knew the answer to that at first. Because it's a very strong alcoholic drink, as far as I know. I'm no doubt they're lovely, but you lot shouldn't know yet. Question 8. How many times does an average person... Oh, wait a minute, this is the last question, so I'm just going to have a quick look down the line. There's somebody with 6 over there. You got... Is that yours, Alison? 7? No. So the one who's got 7's up there. Deborah... No, you got 7. You 2 are with 7, so you're going to stand the best chance. Right, OK. How many times does an average person breathe in 1 minute? This is a real guesser, this one, OK? How many times? Yeah, I'm not going to give you a minute to test it either. And anyway, you're puffed out, so don't count your own breaths. Is it 8 times? Is it 17 times? Or is it 22 times? Don't count yourself and don't take a minute to get there. On your marks, how many times they breathe, in 1 minute. On your marks, they set, go. You want to change your mind? You wish you hadn't. You're right, you get 2. That's the end of the... It's all right, you can come down. Deborah, who was it? Deborah, come back. Come back down. Down you come. That was the last question. And I think that means that Alison, yes, is our winner, exclusively and entirely. She's got 9 points. Big round of applause for Alison. Come on out. Face the camera. Oh, you're bigger than me, are you? Absolutely enormous. How old are you? Say it in there, because you haven't got a microphone.
12.
She's 12, right. Is that older than most of them? How old are most of you? 12, 10s? Oh, no, all 12. Fair enough. Right, now what you win, Susan, I don't know what this is. It's an extraordinary scientific game. Maybe Metal Mickey will show you how to play, because it looks like... It could be the insides. It's a doctor's set. I think it's a doctor's set for a robot. It looks like in the insides it's full of wires and things. Computer game, thank you very much. Well done. Terrific. OK? Hello again. A lot of strange people around this studio tonight. Right, it's Benaggravations time. Oh, wow. I'm worn out. Right, hold it, folks. Benaggravations time. Now, 3 weeks ago, if you cast your minds back, we'd got to the stage we'd been talking about animals and the treatment of animals. We'd been talking about seal culls, and so on and so forth. We got to the stage where we decided to concentrate largely on hunting and specifically on fox hunting. We had a lot of letters about it. Surprisingly, I found a very great number of the letters basically saying that they thought foxes were pretty unpleasant, which I don't agree with, but still, and that they jolly well ought to be hunted and they deserved it. So we've got kids in the audience with Bill Gamon who I think equally have probably got that viewpoint. Also, I imagine we've got some who are anti-hunting. Over to you, Bill, and off you go.
Thank you, Bill. Yes, we've got some for and against. First of all, let's hear people's first impressions. And this is Kevin down here.
I think it's bad because the poor little foxes get chased around by horses and dogs and it just drives them out of their mind. It's wrong.
It's very wrong, is it, Kevin?
Yeah.
All right, Philip, where's Philip? He's got something to say. Oh, you're there. All right, Philip.
I think that people should only kill what they're going to eat. Otherwise, it's not fair on the foxes, is it?
All right, we'll think about that one. And Kim?
Before you say anything, can I give a good luck cheer to Wimps and netball teams? They've won every single match since
What's that got to do with foxes?
What's that got to do with fox hunting? Hey? I never told you to say that. Come on. What's your first impression then of the hunting?
Oh, I think it's very cruel because if the say the world was changed around and the animals chased us, how do you think we feel?
I shouldn't think we feel very nice, would we?
No.
No. So you don't think the fox feels very nice, do you?
No.
You're against it?
Yes.
Yep. OK, and Lisa Nichols. Where's Lisa Nichols? Here's Lisa.
I think that if God made us to live, I think he made the animals to live as well. I just think it's very cruel.
Against it?
Yeah.
Is there anybody here amongst my group and this group around here who are... What do you mean, me? You don't know what I'm going to ask yet? Are you in favour of it?
Yeah. I think it's all right because they carry a lot of diseases and they get hunted for a reason because they get a lot of money and sort of like they give the meat to
Who gets a lot of money?
the hunters. They give a lot of meat to their dogs and things like that.
So you're very much against it?
No, with it. I'm with it.
You're with it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going wrong now. Any other reasons beside the reasons you've given me?
Well,
have a good think. No? So we've got the disease point of view, yeah?
Yeah.
And we've got the fact that some people can make some money out of it.
Yeah.
And you're in favour of that?
Yeah.
All right. Who's brave enough to want to argue against Mike? All right, what's your name, sir?
David.
Right, David, have a go.
I disagree with Michael because there was this documentary on telly on BBC Two about foxes, that they're kind-loving creatures, but when they're being hunted, they're driven to be wild and things like that.
Yeah. Mike, can you answer that one?
Yeah, because say they're right near the den and things like that, they can easily get in their den, and plus, if they go in their den, they won't shoot them anyway.
OK, Mike, I think there's someone here who's actually watched hunting who likes it. That's over here, that's Susan.
Yes, I think it's fair because foxes ruin the crops, and fox hunting never usually goes on in the summer when the foxes have got their young. It usually carries on in the winter when their cubs have grown up.
Have you actually seen a kill, Susan?
Well, I haven't seen it being killed, but I saw the hunt master with the fox on its saddle when I was coming back from a hunt once.
You'd like very much to go hunting?
Yes.
What enjoyment do you think you're going to get out of it?
Well, I like riding.
So you ride already, do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just like the riding part of it.
Do you think the riding part's going to create a challenge for you?
Yes.
Yeah? So perhaps when you're hunting, different situations arise when you're riding to make it more exciting. Okay. Anybody want to say anything now against or with Susan? Kevin?
I think only rich people hunt the foxes because they just do it to show off. Like, if they get a big car and someone's got a Mini, they go, oh, I've got a big car, and they feel envious, the one with the Mini. So they do it to say, oh, I've been fox hunting a view, and they go, no. And they think it makes people feel envious, but it doesn't. It's just wrong.
It's just wrong?
Yeah.
Sue or Mike, just the rich people hunt. What do you say about that?
No, you can hunt if you've got a horse, or you can hire a horse. You know, it's just not the rich people now. It used to be, because they used to wear the top hats and just go galloping around the fields.
OK. What interesting points there from everybody here. Just one thing before I leave all you lot here. I think I'm going to step ahead of John here, who's over with Bill. How many of you go fishing? All right? Raise your hands. How many of you go fishing? All right? Back to you, Bill.
OK, we'll come to that. You mentioned John. I will introduce John since you mentioned him, and then we know who you were talking about. I don't know how to pronounce your second name. McCririck, is that right?
McCririck, yes.
John McCririck.
The Burden's Eye,
and basically, why are you here, John, if you just explain why?
Well, I want to explain to people that blood sports or field sports are not cruel and are necessary. You see, if you're opposed to them, you call them blood sports. If you're pro them, you call them field sports. It's purely a euphemism. I notice that you call them blood sports.
Well, can I interrupt you for a moment? I just wanted to explain, as I say, who you are. What is your qualification for this?
Well, I write on hunting and coursing for the sporting life.
Right, OK, thanks a lot. All I wanted to first put the point was, and I was surprised, actually, a lot of the kids didn't back up the number of letters we'd had, which actually, a lot of letters very clearly stated that they considered foxes to be a nuisance. It seems to me one of the crucial issues is that if killing animals is basically only a sport, and that there is no other constructive reason for doing it, then I would have serious doubts about it. So the first issue I'd like to discuss is just how nasty are foxes. Basically, I think, personally, I find them very, very beautiful animals. You don't see very many of them. I've only seen, I go out all the time in the countryside bird watching, and I've only ever seen a dozen or so foxes in my life, even now. I don't get the feeling the country's infested with foxes. But what is the case for saying that foxes actually are a nuisance?
You actually put it in a nutshell there. You see, you say foxes are appealing. Well, Basil Brush has a lot to answer for. Foxes are, in fact, incredible pests. You get them into a run of chickens, they won't kill one chicken to eat. They'll kill the lot.
Yeah.
They'll get baby lambs.
So the argument is that they kill for the sake of...
And they have to be controlled. It isn't a question of foxes or in hare coursing, these animals roaming the countryside free and just men going out to hunt them. Otherwise they would not be killed or attacked. That is not the case. The argument is the various methods of controlling them. And of all the methods known to man, by far the best is hunting as far as the animals themselves are concerned.
John, again, can I just stop to add, I take the point, I'll take that point that they basically do destroy livestock, right?
Yeah.
A second point which has come up in a lot of the letters is that they carry disease.
Of course they do.
Specifically rabies danger. Is that true?
Well, so far rabies has been kept out of this country, mainly by the Channel. That's the only reason.
Right.
And one day rabies will come here. And when it comes, there's going to be a mass fox shoot. Dogs in the affected area are going to have to be put down if the threat becomes big. So foxes are a danger. They are conserved in hunting areas. More foxes are alive because of hunting than dead. If the people who want to abandon fox hunting and get rid of it had their way, the farmers on the land would go out and destroy the foxes.
Right.
So you're not saving foxes' lives by opposing fox hunting. You're not saving their lives. You're condemning them to extermination.
Yeah. This is an important point, I think, to make. I expect you expected me to disagree with you. In many ways, I'm not doing. It's an important point to make that often animals are conserved by the very people who kill them, because if there aren't any animals to shoot, then there won't.
Of course, of course. The point is, the RSPCA admit if you want to see hares in Britain, you go to where hare coursing takes place.
Yeah.
That's where hares are conserved. Yeah. They're shot in tens of thousands elsewhere. They're snared, they're trapped, they're poisoned. Often they have lingering deaths over days. That never happens with fox hunting and coursing. They are chased. Of course they're chased, but that is their natural defence. They are built with speed. Yeah. They are chased by their predators every day. One young lady in the audience said that the fox must have been driven out of his mind by being chased. That's absolute nonsense, because that is their natural mechanism of defence they have against their enemies.
John, I take those points. I have an extra point which we haven't got time to actually discuss. I'd like, if possible, for you. Can you come back next week or another week?
Certainly. Please,
yeah, because I actually want to discuss the total ritual, which personally I find kind of offensive, that people dress up and get boozed out their heads and go out and blast away and gallop through people's gardens and shoot up a few pet rabbits in the process. And these things do happen. Now, I'm saying that to annoy you.
It doesn't. It's a myth.
I know it does happen.
Absolute myth.
Right, well, next week we will get you back to prove that that's a myth to me. OK, I'm sorry to rush you. It always happens at this point. We have to go over to the top 10, otherwise we simply won't get through it.
Take a look at this. This is a picture single. It's 45 by the group The Cars. It's going on in the background. You can hear it there. You can win this if you write in and tell us what number 5 in the Banana Top 10 is going to be next week. That's that. Now there's this. We want to find a banana band. What we want you to do, the rules are, your band must all be at school. You've got to put your telephone number of your band on the cassette tape, which you're going to send to us with a track of your band on it, and then perhaps we'll feature them in the programme. OK, and now, before the top 10, just a plug for Bill Oddie. He's 50, I do like him. A man's best friend is his duck. That's his single. Now, let's hear and enjoy this week's top 10.
Shameless.
Frisco, went to every kind of disco. From that night I kissed our love goodbye. Don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, don't blame it on the good time, blame it on the boogie. Don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight, don't blame it on the good time, blame it on the boogie. You gotta slow down, slow down. You got me running, you got me running, you got me searching. Hold on, sweet time to love. Hold on, it's so sad, that's the way it's over.
We'll get some purple French tail and 30-inch guns, oh yeah. A ballerina dashboard and doom up the twins, oh yeah. With new pistols, clubs and shocks, I can get on my rocks. You know that I ain't bragging, she's a real pussy wagon, grease light.
The top 10, but we have a very important event. Our banana is being taken away from us. It's going away. It's not going away for very long. It's going off to Debenhams to be there. Father Christmas wants it. And it's coming back because we'll be doing a special show just before Christmas and another special show on the 30th of December. That's going to be the last show in this particular series, but we have just heard that with all probability we will be back again next year in July to run to next Christmas, and we'll have an even bigger and better banana. There it goes, a frightening moment. See you next week, I hope. Be careful, don't drop it. Look after it. Ooh, yeah.